Hey, what's up? Jason here, and in this video we're going to talk about GoHighLevel landing pages. We're going to cover briefly what is a landing page, and then we're going to talk about how we would set one up in GoHighLevel. This is going to be a nice bird's eye view, nice overview video. We're going to cover a few features, some manipulation of the landing page, how to set some things up, but understand I'll have some more detailed tutorials about other really cool features that you can engage with when it comes to building landing pages and funnels within GoHighLevel. Again, let's just keep this nice and bird's eye view here. So more importantly, how does a landing page fit into things in terms of a marketing funnel, right? We've heard of funnels before. What are those things? Well, essentially they're a sequence of events that ultimately leads us bringing someone in who is either familiar or unfamiliar with our business, and we put them through a process so that we can eventually get them to turn into a customer. Essentially, that's a nice overview without getting into the nitty-gritty details what a funnel is. Well, a landing page is just a part of a funnel, right? So in this case, we have a paid traffic funnel. It could be an ad that we're running out on Google or Facebook. And ultimately what happens with an ad has an offer in it. And if someone's interested, they're typically going to click on this ad, engage with this ad of some sort. And then the next step of the funnel, typically where they go to, is a landing page. It's a place where they land. And on that page, what we're hoping to do is collect their contact information. Okay, so we're either hoping to collect their contact information, or depending on what kind of funnel it is, maybe we're trying to get them to spend money right there, like through an order form or whatnot. But in this case, we're a marketing business, or we're just a business that's trying to generate a lead interested in our services. And so they would land on a landing page. We collect their information, and then once they submit their information, they land on a thank you page. Okay, so we're going to discuss basically this part of the funnel and what that means in terms of setting something up in GoHighLevel. So again, GoHighLevel, we talked about. I have other videos on my channel here, and GoHighLevel is just, it's a software that, it's a business software. Essentially, it's a Swiss Army knife, if you will. And one of the cool features that it has within it is we can set up landing pages. We can set up funnels within GoHighLevel. And in this case, we're going to talk about the landing page and the thank you page. So I have a white labeled version of GoHighLevel. Me and my business partner set this up, but this is the GoHighLevel platform. On our menu, it says sites. I can't remember if that's what it says on GoHighLevel, but it will say something like funnels or sites or websites. I'm gonna click that, and then you should see something that says funnels. Okay, and that's what we're talking about. This is where we're going to build a landing page. Now, I already have some landing pages set up in here through various niches. So let's talk about a couple different things here on how do we set up and create a landing page. Well, you may already have some templates available to you, depending on how you sign up with GoHighLevel, or what your history is with working with things. You might already have some landing pages in here. If not, there's a couple different ways to get landing pages in here. Okay, we're just going to talk about two of them. First and foremost, I can just build one new. But before we do that, what I want to talk about is how we could get one in for a specific niche. Now, let's just click on one of these just so we can see what one looks like. Okay, I'm just going to click on this towing one because I've set this up somewhat recently. And let me just open this up. Okay, so in this case, I have the landing page. This opt-in page is essentially the landing page. This would be a page that someone would land on after they click an ad. Okay, so you can see here, essentially it's a website page, right? Now, what landing pages, how we differ landing pages from websites. Websites tend to have a lot of links all over them. They have a home, about, contact, services. They have all these links and menus everywhere. A landing page is typically going to be very focused, and it's going to just have interactions that people can take where we're getting and collecting their information. Okay, this isn't a page where they're going to go off exploring the website. They're literally going to get all the information they need that they essentially got tipped off from the ad. They were curious or interested from the ad. This is to finalize that process and collect their information. So we don't need a bunch of stuff on here. We just need to focus the information on this page related to the offer that we're advertising in our ad. So in this case, it's a towing company. You can see here it's got some towing language here. This case, it's a towing company, so it's very straight up. Someone's broke down on the side of the road, they're going to be looking for tow truck companies, okay? So we don't really need to get too crazy with it. But some landing pages can be as extravagant as you want them to be. But on here, we have the basic elements of a landing page. We have calls to action. In this case, we have a phone number. We have a form where we can collect their information. And again, we just have very clear, concise information here on what we're about, services, again, hours, location, but it's very simple, okay? Nothing fancy here, okay? And then let's look at the thank you page really quick. When someone calls, they're just gonna engage, they're just gonna reach the business, okay? Now, if someone fills out this form, they're gonna go to a thank you page, okay? And thank you pages are even simpler than the landing page itself, okay? As you can see here, hey, it's on the way. In case you want to get a hold of us while you're waiting, here's the number. And it's really that simple, okay? So nothing fancy here. So this is a landing page and a thank you page, all right? So then the question becomes, all right, well, how do we set this up? How do we create that? So in this case, I had a template already that was already loaded, that I was able to add into the account. That was already kind of pre-built. And you can see here, it's actually already kind of pre-built. I would just want to put an image on here and change up the phone number, the hours of operation, and do a few other adjustments to make it tailored to whatever business I'm advertising. But let's talk about how do we even get to this, right? So there's a couple different ways. So first and foremost, again, there's the from scratch way we can do it right here. So let's just go ahead and just start there, okay? Now, I can go ahead and just from blank call this whatever. Let's just say, business funnel, we'll just call this, or GoHighLevel tends to have a lot of templates, a lot of landing page templates you can see right here, okay? So let's just say that we just want to build from a template, which would be my ideal way to start. I don't want to build anything from scratch, okay? So what I can do is then just look at the templates. And as you can see here, I have all kinds of business templates, landing page templates here, depending on what type of business that I'm working with, okay? So that may be any of these, right? I don't even have to, I'm not gonna go through and list. You can see all the different types here. It's broken out by categories, and so on and so forth. And there's just pages of them, okay? So this is a new feature in GoHighLevel that's really, really cool, that I can just easily click on something. Let's just say let's say the locksmith, okay? Let's just say we're gonna work with the locksmith. I'm just gonna select, and you can see here, it's just gonna give me another kind of look at about the template. It's gonna tell me about it, but let's just say this is what I wanna select. Say I'm working with a locksmith is paying me to get them leads or something, right? Okay, so cool. So as you can see here, it's already here, and all I have to do is just kind of modify it for my client. I can put or my business, right? I'm speaking on behalf of, I'm a marketing agency, and I typically get paid by businesses to help them advertise. But any business, like a locksmith, could be using the GoHighLevel software to create this for themselves. Whatever kind of situation you're in, it doesn't matter. So the logo would be the logo of the business, and as you can see here, I wouldn't have to change much. Update some of the words, replace some of the parts. And again, I could look through all the templates and find a template that's the closest to kind of the design I want, and then upload it. So again, I just kind of randomly picked this. I wouldn't necessarily have picked this like a gallery, and I think that's not really that important for a landing page. I just want to get the basic information that's going to tell exactly what my service is about, ways to contact me, and I want those ways to be very clear and upfront. So again, I probably wouldn't have, I would probably have the phone number, just again, just similar to what we already have here. Right up front, it's a phone number and a way to engage. So you're going to call, or they can fill out the form. They can see right now, hey, immediate service, tow truck standing by. And again, enough bullet points to support them saying, yeah, this is what I need, let's rock, okay? So as you can see here, this it's kind of when it comes to like getting conversions, I don't think this is gonna convert as well as a page that's designed like this. So again, I would wanna be more careful in the template that I pick. Just because I am a locksmith or need to set this up for a locksmith doesn't mean I would use this template. I could probably find a template that's laid out a little bit better in design that is one I would want to use, and then I can use that and then change it up. But again, I can do all kinds of editing and whatnot. So let's look really quick here at what I can do. When it comes to images, so you can see here, all I do, you can see here, it has an element. This orange thing here says image. So all I do is I click on it, anything I want to change, and then it's going to, over here is where I can update, okay? Is the settings for whatever it is I'm clicking on over here. Okay, so see here, it says headline. So I'm gonna click that, see how things changed over here. So this is all related to me changing the headline. So for example, if I wanna change the image here, I just click on it, and you can see here, image options. All I need to do is click here, and I can upload. Okay, I can upload an image that I already have, or that's already here in my library that maybe I already have, or I can just, again, upload an image through upload. I can upload, if I already have the logo of the client, I can just upload it here to this folder and then select it, and it would put it in that spot. It would put it right up here, okay? And then I can do things like, I can make it bigger, you know, I can make it smaller, right? I can do all kinds of things here. I think it was that 180 default, okay? So you can see here, so I can make the adjustments of the element that I selected over here in the sidebar, okay? So again, on the text, if I want to change this text color, I'm just gonna highlight it, and you see over here, oh, here it is right here. It was because it was white, it was like driving me nuts here, or just kind of blending in. So color, I can go here, I can make it yellow. Actually, let's make it red, okay? And then, as you can see here, because this is bold, this is the bold text color. See how I change it now? So you can actually have different colors for whether the text is bolded or not, right? There's all kinds of customization. You can see here, you can have, there's extreme customization. So anything that I want to customize, I just click on, and I can make the adjustments over here, the customization. Of course, I can type new words in here just by typing here. I don't have to type. There's nothing over there. I'm just going to type unlock your door, lock in the solution, whatever the hell I want to type. Same thing with this text. And anything on the page, okay? I can adjust images, I can delete different sections, okay? So you can see here, the orange is an element, and then there's other different colored things here going on here. So I have this green, you see this green? As you can see, the green highlights this entire top block up here. So the green is this whole section. So if I wanted to do something, if I wanted to move this whole section down, see how I adjusted it just by hitting the arrow? I want to move this section back above on the top. Boom, okay? So this green box is the entire section. And then I have, you can see this blue, okay? That is the row, right? So let's just, we have, okay, so we have a section. This is a section. Okay, and this is, so this is a section. And then what I can do is I can insert a row, which is, and I can make it one column so that everything is just across here. Or I can insert a 2-column row. So there's a column here, and so on and so forth. I can do all kinds of things with that, okay? And then right here, I have a column within the row, so I can do stuff with this column. So you can see here I have the blue row, and in the row is 2 columns, okay? So in that instance, I have the row I can edit, and this row I can edit, because there's 2 rows in this column, okay? And then is the orange element. Each element within has its own little control, okay? And I can easily add just by using the plus sign. Hit the plus sign, and this is all the different elements I can add, okay? If I want to add a new section, the green one, I just hover so that the green's showing, hit a plus sign for the green, and I can enter a full width, medium, small. And then again for rows, let me highlight the row. I can do a 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column, 5 column, 6 column. And that's really how I can insert anywhere across the site. And again, with the arrows, I can move things up and down very easy. I can also move elements around within a column or whatnot. So again, if I want this text below the button, I can just grab it just like that. Okay, and also put it back just like that. So very customizable. I can customize landing pages in multiple ways here using GoHighLevel. So all I would end up doing is just customizing this, putting in the right information that I would want for my client, do the customization that I want. I'm gonna make sure I'm saving up here. Okay, when I save, it has the SEO metadata up here, which is just stuff that shows up in search engines. So if I'm searching for a locksmith and my site popped up, the kind of text that shows in those results. So if I just, if I come here and just search, let me just search locksmiths. Okay. The text that shows here in the link and then the words underneath it, that is what the SEO meta is. Okay. Locks, 24-hour locksmith. We can help you with all your locksmith needs. Whatever. I'm not trying to spell everything right here. As you can see here, this is what it would look like. See the SEO preview? So this is what it looked like in the search engine. So I'd customize this however I want and hit save, update, and then save. Okay, so now I have this saved. And it's really that simple, okay? It's really that simple when it comes to editing. Now, obviously, there's a lot more crazy details that we can get into, but we're gonna keep this moving. And so I'm going to get out of here. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so the way this funnel is set up is there's this book an appointment page in the middle. So when I use a template, it's gonna bring in all the pages that I would need. So in this case, it has a book an appointment page. It works the same way as the landing page. Any page works the same way. It's all the same kind of customization and whatnot. Just so happens that this one doesn't just have a landing page and a thank you page. It has a page right here that's book an appointment, okay? That's why this one looks a little different. Again, I didn't check it out before I imported it or before I grabbed it. So that's the only difference here. This one has an appointment page, and after they book the appointment, they end up on the thank you page, okay? So what I would do is I would just set it up all the pages to make sure that they're exactly what I want. You can see here it says thank you. Let me just look at it really quick. Thank you, your request has been set up. And so on that middle page, there's probably the place where there's probably a calendar or something I would embed. So again, we're not trying to get into all these details here, but this is essentially one of the ways I can quickly set up a landing page inside GoHighLevel. Again, I could easily go up here to new funnel and go from blank. And then in that case, blank demo showing this, because I can't remember if I named something like that already. This right here is me, like there's nothing on the page. It's literally me. Let's find it, blank demo, let me click it. It has no step. So I would just, let's say this is the landing page, lander, and then that's all. And then create from blank. And it's just a blank template. So I'd start off with that section. Here's that green, right? Then I can say, all right, I want 2 columns in here. And let's add the headline. Okay, and then so on and so forth. And I'd end up having to build out my page and so on and so forth. I would have to customize the colors, like background color, let me do that, and so on and so forth, and end up building this thing all the way from scratch. So this is the last thing I kind of want to do. So I typically either want to use one of the templates that are already in here, or one more cool feature that I want to show you is I could start from blank, blank demo 2. And then what I can do is if I already have access to a ClickFunnels website, okay, it's a site that, ClickFunnels is another website builder, okay, so here's a blank demo, and add a step, let's call this one landing page, Lander CF, I'm just gonna give it a name. You can see right here it says import from ClickFunnels, okay. So let me show you a cool little tip. So ClickFunnels is another like website builder software that was very, very popular, still is, and a lot of people use it to build their landing pages. So GoHighLevel has a cool feature that if I find a ClickFunnels funnel that is already set up, that I like that template, I like the design, I can actually import it and bring it in here, and it'll bring all the details in, okay? So let's look what that looks like. An easy way to do that is if I just go to Google and I type in site clickfunnels.com and then space out. So all that's together, and then just type in whatever type of website I'm looking for. Let's just say locksmith. What it's going to do is it's going to find websites from ClickFunnels that already exist that maybe have the word that I'm searching for in it. So in this case, locksmith. Now, as you can see here, let's see here. Let's see if I can find a different one really quick. Let's do plumber. Okay, here's a local plumber company, whatever. Let's just say it's this one. So I see this, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, let's don't do this one. Let me find one really quick. Local plumber template. Okay, so see in the background here, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks really cool. I really want this one. Also I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the URL up in the URL browser. You can ignore this thing right here. It just means whoever had this, set up this account, this landing page or whatnot, it just means that they canceled their account or they're not paying for their account anymore. So you can ignore that square. All I need to do is grab the URL up top. I'm just gonna paste it in right here. Okay. Now, what it says here, confirm this page either belongs to me or I have permission to use these assets. What it's saying is like, hey, do you have permission to use that one? No, I don't, and it's not mine. What it's making sure that you're not going to do is literally use that exact one. So I'm not looking to use that word for word. I'm looking to use that template, and I'm going to change up the wording and design for it to meet my requirements. So just check the box and then create the funnel step. Okay, so what it's going to do is literally going to copy that funnel, and it's going to bring it in right here for me to just edit it. Okay, it's really, really, really cool feature. So bring it in, and there it is. Okay, it's already done. Brought it in exactly in, and now what I can do is I can change this. Right, all the same editing still applies. Now you can see here when there's extra spaces and stuff, it just kind of fills it in with elements and whatnot and stuff like that. I can remove things, I can trash things, I can drag things around, I can change colors, I can change wordings, change pictures. I can do anything and everything, but what this does is it allows me to go out there and maybe there's not a template in the template library that I like, or I've seen something already that I like. I can then go out and see if there's the ClickFunnels, or again, if I already have the link, I just import it like I just did. But if not, I can do a quick search like I just did and explore what's already out there, bring it in here, and have a nice foundation in which to start building my template for my business or my client. And so that is the second way that I would suggest setting up a landing page within GoHighLevel. And again, you can save this, exit out, and then I can add new steps. Now, one thing about it, it's not going to, if that landing page had a thank you page, it's not going to automatically pull it in. You have to do it page by page. So I would have to figure out what the thank you page looks like, or just design one myself. Okay, so again, there's a little bit of limitation there or extra work that you have to do if I want to import something in. But I'm just going to leave the video at that, because we went kind of long, of just kind of giving you a nice landing page overview, how to set up some landing pages within GoHighLevel actually fairly quickly. If we think about how long it actually took us to get the templates in there, it doesn't take long. I mean, you can easily set up a landing page for yourself or a client 15, 20 minutes tops, and that's just depending on how long you want to edit and what things you want to change and fill in. It really doesn't take long for you to get a landing page set up very quickly and GoHighLevel. If you like this video, then definitely check out our free resources that me and my business partner James have put together. We have a community of nearly 4,000 GoHighLevel users that are all sharing information, that are helping each other out in terms of things with GoHighLevel, things within their business. We also have a classroom area that has free resources, giving you all kinds of information on how to set up an agency like we do, where we get paid by local small businesses to help them get more customers. And we use tools like GoHighLevel and Facebook ads and Google ads and stuff to do that. We talk about that in this free training. We also give you a lot of our resources, scripts. We also give a lot of GoHighLevel templates that already exist, kind of like the ones I showed you. You would already have them in your account or be able to bring them into your account. So we have snapshots, we have ad examples, we have all kinds of cool resources and a community of GoHighLevel users. The information is below in the description, the links to check that out and join our free community. We'll see you in there.